So just Ellie would pick up on things that you know about yourself, but you almost need someone else to say it to you to go, aha, he sees the same thing that I see in myself, but I'm not honoring myself because I'm not giving time to those things that I love to do, or I'm not showing up for myself. And sometimes, yeah, showing up for yourself today, it was like saying no to someone else means saying yes to yourself. And you can't really put a price on it because we think we need material things to be happy, but those things are very fleeting. But we're always with ourselves. So if we invest in ourselves, we always have that investment, and it compounds because when you go out into the world, you will meet like-minded people. If you up your level, you will meet next level people. And so it just keeps compounding.
Is you're able to break things down in a way that's easily understandable and easy to apply also, because it's in the application of whatever knowledge that you learn that really ultimately makes the difference. But in the knowledge itself, a lot of times it can be very confusing as to what it is that's really going on. But I think that breaking it down and making it really simple and easy to understand was what I really loved watching this. I've been involved in personal growth type seminars and learning and books since I was a really young kid. And I will tell you that having still had all that knowledge, I never really was able to truly pull it together. But when I took the class, I think that's what it really helped me to do. It helped me to really, it's easy to read a book and then the book has exercises or little things that you're supposed to do. And then, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll get to that later. And then you never really do it. But it's in those exercises that we do together that is where the real growth is. And it's not hard. Doesn't take hours of time. If anything, it's just challenging because you're looking at yourself, but it's through looking at yourself where the growth really occurs. And that's why I found it to be so helpful.
Gosh, the value that it's priceless. It's priceless. I review things from my past, and I notice things in my friends and in my family. And if they were open to joining the right one and then next level, I'd say do it. You need to do it for yourself, because of yourself, not for anybody else, not to help Ellie out to fulfill his mission, but to do it for yourself. Be selfish, invest.
So when I first started Next Level to Success, the evening that I began the program was actually the evening after I walked away from a job that I was at. And I didn't really have the verbiage of why I needed to make that change at that time, but through the program, I really learned just in the first couple of sessions so much that helped me realize what I was looking for in a job, and I've actually been able to find something that I feel like is a good fit with who I'm really made to be. So just a couple of the things I learned from the first couple of sessions, which were well worth the investment, were that I knew what I was put on the planet Earth to do. And the questions in the program and everything surrounding it helped me unlock who I am. And on top of that, it gave me a vision and a framework to begin moving forward towards my future and destiny while staying true to who I am at my core. So I really appreciate the program, and it's definitely made a huge difference in my life.
I am really in such a good spot, to the point where I am putting myself first, which was something that was something new to me. I ended up rewording my vision. So instead of putting others ahead of myself, I worded it a bit to make myself number one in my life, which is something that was really missing for a lot of years. You know what? It's okay to help myself. It's okay to do things for me, because when I'm happy, when I'm feeling joyful, or dare I say exuberant, I think that they would find Next Level extremely valuable. And again, because if they're really committed to the program and to doing the work, there's no superficial answers that are going to suffice. It's like, no, I need to dig deeper as to who I really am, my essence, and what do I really want in different areas. And like I said, I thought that this would help me even more with relationships and so forth. But the relationship that it's really helped me with is mine, and taking care of me and figuring out, without BSing anybody, you, me, whoever, as to who I really am and what I really want to do.
Eli's the guy who sees things that other people don't. He sees things in other people that they don't see in themselves. And that's somebody you want in your life. I was blessed to have him in my life as a coach, as a friend, as a spiritual guide, as a motivational rock. Anyone that gets to know him or watches what he does will know exactly what I mean. And if you take a look at his work, no matter what he's doing in life, he puts his entire being into it. I've never seen anything like it or anybody like him. He's helped me through the years bring out my essence unapologetically. And the stories I've seen and heard are very similar vein from anybody who has come in contact with him in any capacity.
Yeah, so my vision is to help 1 million people thrive financially so they can contribute and be fulfilled. And the thing is, I realized that you made me realize that I was already doing it. It was inside me already. So that's the best investment, working with the program and with you, Eli, to have the environment to put that out and bring it out of myself. So, and that's, for me, it means everything. And how can I do that with all the financial programs that I can create? And I have already one financial program working with people, working myself with my practice, but expanding that and having this purpose, having this vision, this meaningful day, work, whatever you call it, business. And it's giving myself every day the value of who I am and understanding that, and not being in a place where okay, you want to achieve something, but you don't know how, or you're in fear, you're worried about the judgment of other people. These were my things, that my challenges myself. So for me, that's my vision, and that's who I am, and that's great. That's
of course,
great.
I really never thought highly of myself for pretty much my whole life. That was just a constant thing that I was just really insecure all the time. I didn't think well of myself, just going around, not exactly thinking too positively or even talking too positively. But going through this program was really the first time in my life where that changed, and I really I went from 24 years of that to going on year 25 here of really making that change. And I think I am freaking awesome, and I'm really just going through life viewing things really differently, including myself, and therefore all the people that I interact with and all the things that I do. Really, it's a great change to have undergone. I'm so happy to have done that. So the vision that I came up with is use my love of fiction to inspire people of all ages to improve their lives by being good souls and embracing their inner heroes. And I am still really proud of that. I'm still really proud of having come up with that and written that. And I work in a mental health clinic, so I talk to clients all the time, and I do whatever I can to empower them by really conveying the good thing that they're doing by seeking services for themselves to try and improve their lives, and like truly try and convey to them that they are heroes for having done this. And that made my 9 to 5 significantly better. That was a great way to do that. The course is really comprehensive, so there's a lot of things in there that I can go back and reference when I need to, like if I just need some clarification on something. But another takeaway that I had from doing this course was really just the whole essence concept, like that idea of doing something because it makes you feel most like yourself, or you feel most alive, like that. That's something that I hadn't really considered in a lot of ways, and I think I might have felt that way probably like 2, 3, 4 times in my life before this, and since then I felt it significantly more. And one of the questions on I think one of the introductory worksheets is, when do you most feel like that? And I didn't know. Like, I really didn't have an answer for that for a long time. I had to dig really deep to learn what that felt like and what that means. And you were a tremendous part of that. But what I would say to somebody who is considering joining is that it's a tremendous look at yourself, if nothing else. The program is not geared in like a specific direction for you. It's nothing, none of it aside from self-worth and self-value and seeing yourself well is specific. Like, everything is geared toward how can you be the best you that you can be, and that path is different for everybody. And there is definitely a path to be found for somebody who is considering joining this course. To put things in writing, like, makes them real in some sense. Like, all kinds of people have like a, you put like a list of goals and you put it on your fridge or whatever, that kind of thing. Like, and that's real in some sense, but this is like much more action oriented, I think. And it's largely based around how that meaning can actually be incorporated and what you can do to do that. So I found that to be extremely helpful. I cannot even tell you how much my mindset has changed since then and how differently I view things. And as for thinking superheroes and that kind of thing are babyish, one of the things that really changed for me when you connect to the real you is you stop caring what other people thinking about those kind of judgments, because the real you fulfills you enough and makes you happy enough to where that doesn't matter at all. It's so nice and empowering, and I'm never going back. I'm not making any changes there.